Teri Brunskill had a dream, did you not, Terry, about the sister-in-law. And Terry was holding her sister-in-law close, hugging her, and telling her, they were telling each other that they loved each other. And oh, that's interesting. We'll try these dream reading cards. Now, with these dream reading cards, you have a deck that's themed. You've got theme cards and reading cards, literally. So, the theme cards, you have to go through and find the ones that you want. I went through a few to see what sort of theme it was. And I just locked onto communication and death. That's what I whittled it down as. I tried others, but they were a bit inappropriate more than anything. It was just, you try everything just to think, oh, is it the body, or is it this, is it, well, or whatever. But obviously nothing to do with sex or anything, so we put those aside. But when you go through all of them, you just try and find what the dream is about, and then theoretically, so the sort of ones we know about, or as you'd say, we've just got communication and death, or death and communication, and of course with the death, with it being to do with the sister-in-law, late sister-in-law, then wonder what parts of your your habits need changing, and have you been neglecting your physical or emotional health? That's the question for that, and then the communication is more what are you having difficulty communicating, basically. It's as simple as that, isn't it, sometimes. Do you feel emotionally disconnected? What is not working smoothly in your life there? Well, them are the questions I suppose we can pose, that maybe is that the reason why you were telling, although you didn't get on, you said you didn't get on that grand with your sister-in-law, nevertheless you were telling her that you were loving her, as if to try and fix something, or just to acknowledge that maybe it wasn't all that bad after all. But what I suppose he could pose the questions that you know, what are you having problems communicating and whatever. Now these are the reading cards, so these are the ones we shuffle, and we so although you're supposed to only pick one theme card, I don't know what the rules are, but I just picked what I think you just pick. Well, I think you do actually pick what you can, as many as you can, or the ones that are appropriate. Actually, I thought you just did one of each, but anyway, we found those sort of to try and maybe those questions maybe going through your mind there. And as we do, we'll just pull out this reading cards here for Terry there, and we'll just cut the deck as we do with reading cards. It's like reading cards or theme cards, but either way, these are the ones you pick out to try and, you know, match up to what you're doing over a cup of coffee, and then the reading card, we'll just pull out a reading card to see what vibration, maybe from a psychic point of view or whatever is going on here. So I suppose that looks appropriate. Now we've got nature and that nature and Gaia or whatever, and that tends to that just simply just says on there, it's like an oracle card type thing, isn't it? Just says respect the beauty of your body as you respect Mother Earth. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? With those others, and with whatever's been dreamt about there, remain connected instead of disconnected. Remain connected to nature. you are being protected. I wonder if that's what it is, where spirit is sort of maybe using your dream to say, and then she's actually a spirit guide. Your sister-in-law is a spirit guide or something, and you've astrally projected or whatever, or she's just come into your mind and perceived, made you perceive her that way, in order to maybe connect in some way, shape or form there. So that's the reading card, isn't it, there? That's interesting just how that one should come up with those two that we've picked out to match up with what you've dreamt about. So maybe if that's an answer, she's just saying, really, maybe it's her saying also to you, okay, so what, we were sister-in-law, we were in-laws don't get on, join the club, we know what it's about. But either way, I love you, and I want you to love yourself, and I want you to get on with other people. Life is for the living, not the dead, in that particular scenario. And as she's just sort of saying, I want you to sort of get on with yourself more than anybody else, but just try and reconnect with Mother Earth, because we were all in the physical, we're part of Earth. And maybe that's what it is. The fact that there was no connection, and you're feeling regret about the lack of connection that we had. Maybe we can kiss and make up, or say sorry to one another and just remind each other that there was love there, and we did give a damn. And it's just saying, I'm just sort of going to just sort of saying, like, give a damn about yourself in the here and now, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're letting yourself go a bit, and I'm just here to remind you on that don't get to the position where you regret letting yourself go and having no love for yourself or no consideration for yourself. So go scrub up or something like that, or whatever it is. Pamper yourself, or well, I don't know what it is, but it's just queer how that come up. I love the queerness of them. Yes, they are strange, aren't they? I don't usually do dream interpretation. I'm not really. I'm using cards. I'm cheating, aren't I? But I do rather like them. I don't know, is that water or something? I don't know. Is it water, sort of the emotional attachment that one has? Is it water? Let's pretend it is just for now. I think it is. So we'll leave it at that. I hope that sort of answered your question. Just get a grip and get reconnected with yourself more than just with others, and maybe it's time to just put aside any grudges that you've got with other people as well, as the sister-in-law. Now the sister-in-law has sort of reminded you, that life goes on. Wherever we are, I'm sort of going, but I'm still getting as though I want to do something. I'm getting as though she's like a spirit guide or something, and she's sort of coming through that way. That's her way of getting your attention or something. Because we do, the mind does see, doesn't it? It's the way the mind communicates. I'm just gonna shuffle these mediumship cards there. I just want to see if there's any message there from your sister-in-law. Just one card. Bloody hell, I was met by so many loving people in the embrace there. It's the embrace part of it that oh, isn't that queer? You just saw me do it. It's not a fix, you just saw me do that. You told me to get him out of the bloody box as well. So, queer. I was met by so many loving people, and that's why I was hugging you, because maybe we're going to do that when we meet again. And isn't that strange? Isn't that queer? I love queerness in that. I'm not going to pull any more cards of those. Normally we pull about 3 of them when we do mediumship, but we're not really talking to sister-in-law or whatever. But isn't that queer? I rather like them. I'm rather impressed. Right, so there you go. We'll cast a dark shadow of supernatural truth just for now over these cards that have spoken the supernatural truth, which is always the truth. Placid Bee.